Hello, everybody, and welcome to Exploring Fort Saskatchewan with your hosts, Mayor Gale Katchur and Curtis Dominique. No, gentle. Come on, we're Albertans. We do everything. Sorry, did I hit you?
No,
she's
you're
like,
good.
She's like, no, you're good. Meanwhile, I'm good. Hey, everybody. I'm Curtis Dominique, and well, you know what? You've come to the greatest place here in Fort Saskatchewan, the best way to get your news, exploring Fort Saskatchewan, because that's what we do. We explore this great city. And I don't explore it with just myself. I've got a great co-host, the mayor of our city, Mayor Gale Katchur. How are you?
I'm excellent. What a fantastic weekend. And yes, I'm still a little bit hoarse from it. And my feet are still sore because that was a lot of on your feet and getting around the fort on Canada Day.
Oh my God, yeah. The parade, let's start with the parade. The parade was amazing. There was, I think, a record number of floats in this parade. Just incredible. I've taken a lot of pictures now. If you were in the float and you do want to get pictures, contact me and let me know. I did create a video. I couldn't put every picture in there. It would have just been a 5.5 hour video. Yeah, that's available, but I hope you go check out the video. It kind of sums up what we did on Canada Day. To even Glass Tiger coming and rocking out a packed Legacy Park. Holy man.
And your pictures are just amazing. I looked at them on Facebook, and you were up close and personal. So, you know what? Definitely check Curtis's Facebook, check his Exploring Fort Saskatchewan. Check out Curtis. He's just got some amazing videos, pictures. Yes, the beard. He loves his beard. But anyway, you know what? As I was sitting there at the Glass Tiger concert, I received an email from my friend Alec Tostawarwick, and it was a message, and it says, "Gale, have you heard who the newest astronaut is?" And I looked at his message, and he says, "It's Joshua Kudrick, and he's from Fort Saskatchewan." And I was like, oh my gosh, you know, how am I just hearing about this now? And about 1 minute later, the Glass Tiger Band announces the newest astronaut in Canada was announced. One of them is Joshua Kudrick, and he's from the City of Fort Saskatchewan. Well, my heart just jumped through my chest because, I mean, here you have the Prime Minister of Canada who is saying Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta. Wow.
Yeah, we need to kind of maybe take that rip and actually put it somewhere in all of our stuff. I endorse this, you know, Mr. Prime Minister. And that's it. That'll just make us... But yeah, no, that's incredible that he did that. And the biggest thing is they rejected my application to go into space, but they gave it to Josh. So I understand. You know what? It's a Fort Saskatchewan guy. I'm so glad. But you were saying his brother is actually an accomplished fighter jet as well.
Okay.
Like fighter...
So I'm going to give you just a little bit of family information. So I know Josh's mother, or not mother, I know Josh's aunt, Joanne. And ever since we found out about this, we've just been talking back and forth. But Josh or Joshua, however you want to call him, was born in Fort Saskatchewan. And so Fort Saskatchewan will now be known as the birthplace of Canada's newest astronaut. I mean, put a feather in our cap, put a flag up, put a statue up. You know, this is, you know, we're going to be known across the world for Joshua being from Fort Saskatchewan. So Joshua and his brother Matthew and his parents, so Joshua and Matthew, born in Fort Saskatchewan. And you're right, so we have Josh, who is the newest astronaut, but I was also told by his aunt that his brother Matthew is one of the snowbirds. And, here's the big and on Canada Day, Matthew was scheduled to fly with the snowbirds to do the flyover for Canada Day. But because the weather conditions were so bad, Matthew just did the flyover himself. So there you go, 1 and 2. Two brothers who are famous and from our city, our beautiful city of Fort Saskatchewan. I mean, oh my gosh, as the mayor, does it get any better than that?
No, and you were saying something about a statue. You were telling me, you're like, oh my God, Curtis, your fame and notoriety are going so great. We're going to name a burger after you at McDonald's. I was like, that's it? And they're like, you're lucky you get that, okay?
Oh, dear. Anyway, I just want to say, the city of Fort Saskatchewan is so proud. And,
Yes.
and I think you can tell by my voice just the pride that I have knowing that Joshua came from Fort Saskatchewan. Now, his mother, Kathy, still lives in the region, and his father was with the RCMP. And, as we know, quite often when you're with the RCMP, you get deployed or you get moved around. So Joshua and his brother Matthew did live here in Fort Saskatchewan for several years. But after his father was relocated with the RCMP, they stayed within the region, and they actually have a homestead, and it's actually just out in Two Hills. But
okay.
The good news is, we still lay claim to the Grassroots Foundation, the birthplace.
That's it. Yep, you can't get away from where you were born.
I know. But, it ties so nicely into the fact, when you think about it, Fort Saskatchewan was discovered by explorers. We had the Northwest Mounted Police, we had the Voyageurs, who were out on Canada Day as well.
Yes.
And they quite reminded us that, they were part of the discovery. And, so we sort of take that now and go, exploration, the next generation. So Joshua...
And the unknown. So,
Yes.
yeah, they explored Canada, founded...
Fort Saskatchewan.
Yeah. Now we're exploring Fort Saskatchewan, and now a younger member of Fort Saskatchewan is going to be exploring space.
Yes.
Do you see how that all ties in there?
And what I really love is because I know his aunt, Joanne, and she is just over the moon with excitement. So she's been in contact with his mom, Kathy. They're going to come out. They're going to have lunch with me. But better than that, they've talked to Josh, and Josh actually saw me on TV, and we are waiting for a phone call from him, hopefully this week. He's in Montreal right now. And because he was selected, he will be immediately going to Texas. And he has committed, though, that he is going to give me a phone call so we can have a personal conversation. But I really want to make sure, and I know I have to get clearance from my council, but we want to make sure that we get Josh and Matthew, Team Fort Saskatchewan jerseys. And you know what? And of course, I'm going to be putting a note in there saying, when you get to do your mission in outer space, you're going to have to take it up there.
Oh, yeah.
So that you can give us this big plug, because you're not only exploring space, you're helping everyone explore Fort Saskatchewan.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So our message is, Joshua, and of course your brother Matthew, the city of Fort Saskatchewan is just so proud that this is your birthright place, and that you will call Fort Saskatchewan your home. We thank you for your service in the Canadian Armed Forces. We thank you for everything that you do for Canada, and that you represent our community proudly.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I know. It brings a tear to my eyes.
It's very touching to know that we've got this. We started it, and now they've taken it to this new level.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
So when you think about it, we want people to come out and explore Fort Saskatchewan.
Yes.
And this is just one more reason to come out, see our beautiful city, and explore everything Fort Saskatchewan has to offer. We have so many celebrities that have been born and raised here. And even though they may not live here right now, they still call Fort Saskatchewan home. Come out, explore our beautiful city. And you know what? You may decide that you may just want to stay here and make Fort Saskatchewan your home as well.
It's perfect. It's safe. It's clean. It's beautiful. I don't know what, and everybody's friendly. I don't know what more you'd want.
That's right. So with that, let's close and say, come, discover, explore our Fort Saskatchewan.
You're the one that's getting aggressive now. You're all excited. You're like, yeah, they're coming. All right, I think we're good. Exploring Fort Saskatchewan is a product of Dominique Digital.